Everybody, we are back. It is Taped Online's favorites podcast, favorites channel, favorites everything. We are back. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Also, follow us on Twitter at the Mark John NFL for me, at mholder95 for Matt, and of course, pandasubs.com. Discount code TDL for 25% off. Also, make sure you hit up Homage. Get you guys hit that up. Make sure you guys get some Raiders gear. I got my sweater on today.
There you go.
Also, and make sure you can get your Panda Subs pandemic. I know you guys are going to the gym. Get your New Year's resolution started with a pandemic, some extreme pre-workout. I haven't tried this because pre-workout scares me, so I don't mess with that. But
it'll change your life.
Yeah, exactly.
First time you take it, you'll just feel like you're on like cocaine or something, and you just got the blood flowing. Like you can literally feel the blood flowing through your arms. It's awesome.
Yeah, this one's extreme. This is hardcore. So who knows what that does to you?
You guys can try that. You'll crank out your 225 reps. You take some of that stuff.
For sure. All right, and also make sure you hit up the TDL store, tapedontlie.store. Make sure you guys go get your gear there as well. All right, so today we're doing a little draft show. We're doing a tough name today. So we have Matteo Uiagalelei. Did I say that right?
I think it's Uiagalelei.
Uiagalelei. And he's a linebacker?
D end, outside linebacker, edge. Okay.
All right. Edge from Oregon, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And I'm doing Max Eanour. I had to pull this up on Google. I'm staring at it while I say it. Max Eanour, the right tackle from ASU, who had a lot of buzz going into the year, but I think he had a little bit of a not the best season. So that's why I want to do him. He's gonna be at the Senior Bowl, and we're gonna see, could be a third round early. We know where the Raiders are picking early in the third round. Could be that guy that they maybe take at right tackle if they want to do that. So good over him. But we're coming off the exciting Mendoza, the Peach Bowl with Mendoza over there balling, and the Raiders having the number one pick. It's probably solidified at this point. It's going to be we're going to be doing a lot of second round and third round stuff from here on out. So it's
like I said last night, the New York Jets are on the clock, and the draft starts at pick 36 for the Raiders now. I think that stage and the way he's played, like I saw something like in the two playoff games, he's got like 7 touchdowns and like 4 incompletions. I probably got the numbers wrong off on that, but he has like more touchdown passes than incompletions right now.
Yeah,
and I mean the dude is just flat out dominant right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Every time he throws the ball, it's a big play at this point. Yeah, he's pretty consistently dominant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing that's like crazy is like everything is just on the money. Like might have a few balls where it's like, all right, it's on the wrong shoulder or whatnot, but everything is like just so on target and so like in the right spot 95% of the time. That's crazy about his game. Just so insanely accurate.
Yeah, he just turned it up, man. That's what's the crazy part of it. I mean, it's like because it even feels like he's throwing the ball harder.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It feels like his arms gotten stronger. Yeah, like he's the guy. Like I legitimately think like he's one of those dudes who just has like that superpower of like the game's on the line, like the stage is bigger. Like I'm just gonna step up and play my best ball. Like we saw that even like throughout the year. Like you go back and watch the Penn State game where like he started out well, then in like the middle part of that game, like he didn't play so well, and then in the fourth quarter, he just turns it on in the last drive, throws a beautiful ball in the back of the end zone for a touchdown with pressure coming. Big Ten championships. I mean, when Indiana needed to drive the most, he came out big. And more than anything, I feel like that's like one of the things where you get him because the dude is clutch. The dude just shows up on the biggest stage and delivers.
Yeah, for sure, dude. All right, let's talk about the guys we're talking about today. So Matteo Uiagalelei and Max. Make sure I can say it, Max Eanour. So tell us a little about Matteo a little bit.
Yeah, so he's a guy that I think is going to be probably in that fringe, like late first round, early second round category. I like his game a lot. I think he's got a pretty well-rounded game. He's like, let's see, I think he's 6'5", 270, or that's what he's listed at, 6'5", 272. And he moves pretty well for that size. So he's a guy that could end up like sneaking into the back of the first round, especially if he has a really good combine and he does weigh in at that big, because he's like you'll see on like a few of these stunts, like his lateral movement is pretty good. He's not like super quick or super twitchy, which you wouldn't expect from a guy that's that big. He can do a lot of things for you as far as like setting the edge in the running game. He has decent strength, and as a pass rusher too, like he can win with power. His use of hands has gotten much better in the last year, where he's like starting to really like hone in like this play the hands and win with like a hand swipe move. One of my biggest fears with him is like, is he going to be one of those guys that's like the jack of all trades, master of none type of deal, where like he's got a good game, but he doesn't really have like that like go-to thing to really kind of hang his hat on, which kind of makes me think he might be more of like a complementary edge versus like a true like Max Crosby like replacement, you know what I mean? Whereas like that top guy. But for the most part, like if we're talking about the Raiders, like, you know, we don't know what Max Crosby's future is looking like, but either way, we know they're going to probably need an edge. And if they do keep Max and something like that, he's a great guy to be as a complementary piece at that other end spot. And yeah, I'm very curious to see how he tests at the combine, because I feel like he's going to surprise a little bit of people with how athletic he is. I don't think he might get enough credit for that right now.
Interesting. So I'm doing Iheanachor, who he had a lot of buzz being a first round tackle coming into the season, because I covered him for Draft Fanatics for the TCU versus ASU game. I did a little breakdown of what his game was going to be like back then, and I thought he would be a guard at that point and kind of move into guard. But now when I watched him again for this episode, I'm like, he probably has to play tackle, but because he doesn't have the play strength a lot to play against the run. I mean, you can look at his PFF grades in the run game. It's not something you would see from like a tackle that you would want to see, go in the first round. Like I think it's 66.8 overall throughout the season. Yeah. So like run blocking is not the greatest in the world, in my opinion. I think there's some play strength issues a little bit, which is interesting because he anchors really well. Like in pass protection, he's pretty damn good. He anchors really well. He does really good from that area when he's working out and anchoring, and like that's why I have a lot of videos against him, against just the Texas Tech defensive line altogether. He did a pretty good job against those guys. Of course, I think sometimes maybe speed rushers, because David Bailey was kind of just David Bailey tried to do a couple things first, and he's like, oh, okay, I could just go around this guy. He started doing that a little bit. So he gave a couple pressures to Bailey when he was lined up against him, but I still thought he did pretty well going against that type of competition. It's just weird. Like his worst game is against Texas State. I don't know. I kind of want to go back and watch that. But who is the guy from Texas State that was eating him up? And where is he going? Where did he transfer to? Because he gave up 3 pressures against Texas State and 4 against Houston. So it's like it's kind of weird. So that's why I feel like we're gonna see what he looks like at the Senior Bowl and see what kind of player he actually ends up being. But he is the kind of tackle that he could be in the 3rd round. And, it's interesting if they want him to play guard, because he does, as I said, like David Bailey decided I could just run past him. There is a little bit, maybe an issue with speed rushers a little bit that you see, but he's a good tackle prospect though.
Yeah. Gotcha. Do you think he could fit a guard, or I was gonna say, do you think he could fit a guard? Like, has he played any guard?
No, he hasn't played any guard. So that's the thing. He played guard as a freshman, or in 2023 he played like only 2 snaps though. Like this is not playing guard.
Oh, so yeah, didn't really play guard.
He's played right tackle the whole time, but it's just what I thought when I first watched him. Gotcha. But now I'm kind of off that. I'm like, he kind of has to play right tackle. But gotcha. You just have to just deal with that a little bit and see what you can work on and maybe get his feet. So he has good feet. He just, I don't know. I think sometimes I don't know. You just have to watch the breakdown. You'll see it. You'll see what I'm talking about when I watch the breakdown. I'll explain a little bit. All right. Let's do Matayo first. Let's look at Matayo.
Sounds good. Oh, you're good. All right, so I'm gonna start with a few plays of him against the run. Now, this first one, like, you're gonna kind of highlight his strength at the point of attack. Now, the technique is pretty ugly here. Like, if you see out of his stance, he does this like hop, little bunny hop, I like to call it. And I will say he gets a little bit of help because these the tackle and the guard kind of collide there or trip each other up. But like you can see like just the strength he has at the point of attack to control the block, and then ends up closing the gap with the tackle here. Now Howard ends up keeping it, so it kind of all goes for naught. But if for some reason or for whatever reason that Howard gave him this ball or gave the running back this ball, he's in a great spot to be able to make that tackle again on the backside there. So it doesn't factor into the play. Now on this one too, like one of the things I really like about his game is he's quick to get his hands up, and he has some pretty damn long arms. Like you'll see here at the point of attack, like when he gets extension, like this right tackle can't really like get his hand set on him, can't even get to his body. And on top of it, that's why he's able to escape the block here and then end up making the tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, sounds right.
Now this next one, he does get a little bit of help here because the guard kind of keeps him up, but you can see a little bit of the balance and kind of just the athleticism to get in, get some penetration, and then just stay on his feet. And it does a pretty good job here in a short yardage situation of getting back outside, and then ended up making that TFL there to get the stop. Here he is going up against the tight end. Now, he does kind of let the tight end get inside of him. But if you guys have heard me, like, if you're going to do that, if you can close the gap with the man and just be strong enough, it doesn't matter. And it actually works out in your benefit because you can see, like, he closes the C gap with that tight end here where I think that's Henderson last year. He doesn't have room to be able to run through it. And then when he bounces, now he's in a great spot to be able to make the tackle for a short gain. So he definitely can dominate some tight ends. Sorry, this is going back to the Northwestern game where we get that stupid pull.
Smooth guy. Like,
well, this is like, I think they're building a stadium. It's their temporary one or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, going up against a tight end here, just physical and strong, gets off the block here with a little hump move. Like you can see, like the tight end never had a chance at the point of attack and ends up getting off the block and factoring into the play. So that's a little bit of what I'm talking about, where he's not as dominant against tackles, obviously, but against tight ends and stuff like that, he can beat blocks. Which if you're going to put him at the end or the outside linebacker spot, he's going to take on some tight ends. Now, part of what I really like about this one is one, this competition, like that's Donovan Jackson, who's a first-round pick of the Vikings last year. And two, like he's really good as the force player in the run fit. So the reminder, the force player, like your primary goal is to take on the puller and then just kind of set the edge here and force the running back inside. Like you'll see here on this counter run from Ohio State last season. He just has great pad level, gets his pads down, and he has the physicality and strength to just set the edge and stonewall Jackson here in the backfield. And that picks the tackle too. On top of it, where'd that guy come from? Yeah, linebacker comes free and ends up making the play.
Stonewall Jackson, Civil War.
There you go. Stonewall Jackson. That is great.
He did a Confederacy too. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Same kind of thing here. I think this is another counter. Yeah. Again, just against USC. Great job setting the edge there. And then he actually takes on the tight end, comes to block him too. Takes on him, tight end kind of works up to the corner, and he ends up making the play down the field. So this is, I think, a good example of his combo strength and athleticism, like where boom creates that stalemate at the line of scrimmage against the puller. And then on top of it, now he's able to get back outside and go in and make that play. So change directions while taking on a block, which is hard to do. He did this a lot. His USC game. If you want to sell yourself on Matteo, go watch this USC game because he was pretty damn dominant. Gave it O-line a lot of troubles. Yeah. Same thing. Another counter run here. Now he doesn't get the extra credit, what I'll say, because he kind of has the arm tackle here to maybe get that running back, but he's doing his job in just getting that stonewall. Boom. Create that stalemate too. Again, the pad level too, like especially for being 6'5" and as tall as he is, does a great job of bending his knees. Like that's like a 90-degree right there. Bending his knees, getting low, and taking on the block. Just forces that running back inside so Amari Washington can go make the play. Moving on to him as a pass rusher. Let's see. this is what I was talking about with the use of hands. This was actually last year.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little hand swipe. He has good timing too. Like we'll see it's pretty consistent. Like you're going to see right about here that tackle goes to throw the punch, and you can see his hands are going at the same time, and boom, just beats the hands, beat the man. He gets the win around the edge. Ball's just out too quickly. See another one here against Ohio State. These little hand swipe move, just perfect timing. Like boom, as soon as this guy shoots his hands, like as soon as 65 goes to throw the punch, just catches it and then wins around the edge. He's got decent bend too. Again, as big as he is, like you'll see him not quite like a flat angle, but he takes an efficient path there to Howard. Just screwed up on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Same little move. This one he actually missed a little bit, but
yeah.
The other thing I like about it too is like he misses here initially on the swipe,
mm-hmm.
and like if you watch this inside hand, he's gonna just rip through and ends up getting the win anyway. So
I like his bend, man. He's a pretty good bend.
Yeah, for sure. And again, at 270, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
This is an even better example of the bend too. Again, just plays the hands. I mean, same kind of thing we've been seeing. And it just comes pretty flat. Oh, that was a bad angle, but comes pretty flat once he wins around the edge. Force that ball out.
Okay.
Better example of how active his hands are. Adds a little Euro step to this one too. Again, even if he misses, he's just so active and keeps fighting with the hands that he can still win around the edge. So,
yeah, bend like that size, man. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I guess that foot.
Yeah.
90 degrees. Yeah. That's why part of the reason why I'm worried he might go first round. Because if you're that big and you can bend like that, NFL's gonna love you. Now, obviously, you want to see him have the better finish here and get the sack, but nice little cross chop. Just the timing on it too, perfect.
Yeah.
Like boom. Doesn't let that tackle get the outside hand on him and creates that short edge. Just got to finish. Granted, the other DN, 44 here, winning kind of screws him over too.
Yeah. It's a good ref though.
This one was funny to me too, because like you watch it, I could feel like he's like trying to time the snap up here, and he like misses. Like you see how he kind of like has that false step or whatever, like slips off the snap, and he kind of stumbles throughout it, but he just still lands the cross chop. So he still gets a win, even though the start of the rush was pretty ugly. But when you have good hands, like you can make out for a lot. Forces is it Mayava? Jordan Mayava?
Yeah, yeah.
Into a quick decision. Get the pick. I think one more cross chop here. Yeah. Again, adds a little that Euro step too.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, if he has a huge combine, he's pretty damn athletic for that big, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And the other thing too, like one thing I like about this one, like you're gonna see him start to work up the field. That little Euro step, like that's gonna help him clear his lower half too. Like you can see how he starts to open up his hips, and that helps him win around the edge and can help us bend too. So pretty flexible too. Got some hip mobility. At least the clean wins. I will say this was a little bit more of a one-off, but one of the other thing I think that he does really well is he ties his pass rush moves together. Like you're going to see he kind of like almost like fakes like he's going to go around the edge, like sells the vertical rush, and then just wins with a nice little inside spin move to go get a sack.
Nice.
The inside spin's not like a huge part of his game, but we'll see in a few here. Like he sets up his pass rush moves well and makes them look similar, which makes it really difficult on tackles. And he's got a bunch of ways that he can win. Now here's a little bit more of the power, speed to power. Gets a strip sack, I guess, technically on this one, or a sack fumble, I should say. But again, just the strength to just reset this right tackle and push him into the quarterback. And the other thing I like too is kind of it ties back to his timing with his hands, is he gets his hands up so quickly that this tackle can never get into his body.
Yeah.
And on top of it, he has a lower body strength to just keep pushing him backwards and into the quarterback. more speed to power. This one takes a little bit longer, but I mean, again, same result. He had a few strip sacks this year. He had one in the Texas Tech game on Oregon's second to last game of the season. I will say on this one, bro, we gotta recover this fumble.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how he didn't get that. He had it in both hands and lost it, but even so, the power and the strength to be able to win.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, impressive. It's definitely in there. All right, which ones? Yeah, I mean, it's more of the same. Doesn't get the sack or anything here, but you can see like just how damn strong he is when you can combine that use of hands that we saw earlier, and a little bit of the movement skills, and the ability to win with power. Like, it's an impressive player, man. This is where I get really excited with this game. Like we saw him win with the power and win with the long arm. Like you'll see here, like this is what I was talking about, where he ties his moves together. Like he starts selling like he's going to win with power, and then just kind of wins around the and like gets this tackle to kind of stop his feet and start to anchor, and then just wins around the edge, wins a nice little counter.
Wow.
Ball's just out quick. Nice ball by Matayo. Yeah, these USC line had a tough time in this game.
It looks like it.
See on this one too, like same kind of thing. Like he's gonna go with the one arm stab and then just turn it into a rip move to win around the edge.
Yeah.
So he gets this dude to start to like try and lean on him, and ends up winning around the edge. See a little bit more of that bend too. Good example of his lateral movement skills. Nice little TE stunt, and he just does a great job of working laterally and not having to lose ground, and on top of it, showing a little bit of speed and quickness to put pressure on this guard and not let that guard like ever get his feet set.
Yeah,
and Will Howard gets the old self sack.
Mm-hmm.
Ball's out in this one, but same kind of thing. Like his ability to move for how damn big he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to be on your stuff when you're a guard defending against these line games, because he's going to get on you pretty quickly.
Yeah,
he can cover some ground with his lateral movement skill. Last few clips here, just kind of like more his football IQ. Like Michigan tries to run a little trick play here, where they're gonna try and throw it to. I think that's the orgy dude. If you remember from Michigan.
Yeah.
Just stays home and ends up picking him up. Who was one of their more athletic quarterbacks, and ball ends up sailing incomplete. The other thing I think he's really good at is he recognizes screens really well.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like about this rep too, now it's a screen, so we're not exactly getting like the best pass set from the tackle. But like, you can see the use of hands even on this one too. Like this dude's outside and down and wins on a regular pass set. And then again, this is where his athleticism comes into play. He sees the running back and sees the running back start to release wide, just puts his foot in the ground and then changes directions and ends up chasing the running back down and go get the tackle. So some pretty freaky movement skills for how damn big he is.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. So again, if he's still around at pick 36, he'd be a guy that I think should definitely be on the radar. I think he can be a well-rounded DN for you. Can play the run, can win with power, can win with some finesse moves, and has good use of hands as a pass rusher. That he'd be a damn good player for the Raiders on the at the edge spot opposite Crosby for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like there's a lot of upside with him too. Like I feel like there's that athleticism, right? You wonder what would happen with some of these edge rushers, because I think this the wide receiver class is going to get pushed up a little bit after the combine. I think just because it is a pretty good class there, and I'm interested to see like what happens to some of these defensive players and some of them that fall through the cracks. And that's what's going to happen. The Raiders need to take advantage of is like these corners that fall through, or any of these like defensive ends. Like the Keith Abneys, some of these other guys, the Brandon Cece's who are corners, and then you got Uiagalelei, if I said that right, Matayo. those type of guys. So it's gonna be super interesting to see what happens with those with all those things. But yeah, I like seeing a player like that because you know that he could be a good fit for you. Just to be opposite of Max, because that's what they need. Just the high motor guy that can win on the opposite side, man.
Yeah, I mean, you get a guy that can defeat one-on-one blocks. You're going to get plenty of them if you play on the opposite side of Max, and obviously he can do that pretty well as a pass rusher. So that's, like you said, what the Raiders need right now, because that's what they were lacking last season, where teams just didn't have to respect anybody else and could just send 2-3 guys at Max every down, every passing down.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of Max, let's get into make sure I'm sure.
This is the first name. This is a first name episode.
All right, let's get it, man. All right. So, sorry for Max right here. Sorry, of course, in the run game here a little bit. Now, this will talk about a little bit of the play strength a little bit and why you could kind of see why he's not the greatest run blocking here because I think honestly I think he has pretty good technique. It's just he just doesn't get a lot of push. He doesn't have a lot of what I would say grip strength either. Like there's good hand placement. The paddle was a little high there, but like you could see like if this play came to his side, right? Let's just say this run came to the side. 32 might be able to shed here and kind of make that tackle just because he has better leverage there. He's not getting a ton of push.
Yeah.
You kind of can see that a little bit with him in the run game. All right, so here's another run play here. Now, what I like about this one, I mean, what he does well here is like you can see that okay, I got to pass it off. Let me go find somebody else here in the run game here, right? Mm-hmm. But like I said once again, I mean, I just want him to be a little bit more ferocious here.
Yeah.
Right, it's a nice little push, but this guy is actually moving inside because trader Really Brown. I'm gonna call him a trader because he hit the transfer portal. He's more setting that up, but what I think he does a good job though is still finding work and getting to that second level, understanding his assignment here. So you watch it, get in there, get to the second level, and it gets a good block there in the second level right there. Like I said, he definitely needs to find ways because he's 6'6", 330. Okay, so it's gonna be hard for him to kind of get down, right? So this is kind of him having that high. he's trying his best at 6'6", 330.
Yeah,
but you even see there, like I mean, you're getting up on a linebacker, man. You just want to see a little bit more play strength there in the run game, right?
Yeah, and when he loses the dude like looping inside, like that ties to that grip strength issue that you're talking about.
Yeah,
like stay attached.
But he can move for 330 pounds. He moves pretty well. You can see it on this next one here. This is a reach block here on this one, which I really like this. So you can see him, and then he hit Billy to flip his hips right there. It's a good block right there.
Quick out of his stance too.
Yeah, you see it right there. It's perfect right there. Nice. And then see. When he's moving like laterally like this, that's where you can see that athleticism. I mean, this is just 330 pounds. And that, I remember when I really originally watched him, this is why I thought he could play guard just because of his size and then his ability to play lateral, but just got to worry about that play strength a little bit. But you can see the athleticism here too, which I really like. I mean, like I said, this guy's 330 pounds, 6'6". Yeah. It's a big dude. He's not a small guy. And he's able to just flip his hips right here. He gets a little help there, but you see that's a good block right there on that reach block.
Yeah, nice job.
I like what you can do. All right. Couple more here. See, once again, another reach block here. Is like he is perfect for his own system just because you see the lateral movement, the athleticism, the moving right there. Another good reach block. I mean, this is what he does best is reach blocks. Is the thing is that ASU runs a lot of power, so it doesn't help him the most. But I think that's why there is some upside as a run blocker in the NFL because you see this is another great reach block here. able to get his helmet in the right spot, and he's able to you can see how his ability to flip his hips. He's able to keep driving there, but then you see like the little bit how he doesn't have that grip strength there too as well. So he is more of a finesse player. He is. It is what it is. But I think in his zone system, he can really fit.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's got a good get up. He's pretty quick off the ball. I feel like.
Yeah. Especially how big he is, man. He's a huge dude.
Yeah.
but when you're 330 pounds, man, you expect him to be with this type of technique right here. You expect him to be driving this guy to the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, the finishing the block.
Yeah. Which I kind of understand. I mean, he's going to the opposite side, but like you just want to see
a little bit more nastiness.
Exactly. All right, so here he is on a down block here.
There we go.
This one you see a little bit of power here, and then you see the good pad level there. See him getting the drive and the legs, like everything. Like his hips and everything. It's really good. It's just more about him getting that grip strength. But then you see the good push here though on this one, right there. Against some of these Texas Tech dudes. I didn't show some of his blocks against Lee Harvey because I didn't want to get too negative, but yeah.
Lee Hunter?
Lee Hunter, but yeah, that's it. Lee Harvey Oswald over here. Lee Hunter, yeah.
Lee Hunter is not the guy for him to be going up against.
and that was the kind of the place I was like, you know what, he's not a guard.
Yeah.
You know what, he's not a guard. But like, and this is another example of him he's a smart player, right? Really smart player, right? He understands that he sees number 9 kind of because basically they run a lot of RPOs here at ASU, right? Yeah. So he understands that. He understands what he needs to see, where he needs to block. And then I like how once number 9 kind of gets out of his zone here, he understands that I got to come right here to Jacob Rodriguez right here. But this is what I talk about a little bit of play strength. You're 330 pounds, man. I need you to take him out. But he does a good block though. Like it's a good block, and he does his job. And Rodriguez comes up a little limping.
Yeah,
but man,
he's got 100 pounds on Rodriguez.
You know what I mean? Like, and when you break down Rodriguez, Rodriguez does not always want to smoke, and that's when you got to take him out though. It's still a good block though. But I just wish it would show a little bit more of the grip strength. It kind of just feels like he just kind of pushed him.
Yeah.
Right. And it feels like more of like a tight end, like a tight end's block. You know what I mean? Because even you look at his tight end, look at him compared to what Max is doing there.
Yeah. He gets enough of them, but it's not the dominant type of block that you'd like to see.
Yeah, yeah. But like I said, it's a smart player though. You can tell how smart he is though with how he made sure he's because some guys would be chasing number 9, right? And he understood exactly what he needed to do. He made a good block. Saw the guy coming inside. Rodriguez limping there a little bit. All right. All right. So and like I said, when he is moving laterally, because you get a little split zone here. Split inside zone looks like split mid zone, and when he's moving laterally, his feet he has great feet. If you can watch his feet here, his feet it's just great feet, great hand placement here. And like I said, you could talk about maybe the pad level is high, but this dude is 6'6". You can see how low he is able to get here. I mean, this is good. He's not leaning there. It's just a good block, hands inside, right?
Yeah.
But then you just see that the grip strength isn't there because he can't really push the guy. But it's good technique going around, and that's going to show up in pass protection. So there are some things to like. With him, but I do believe it's going to get to the point where he's going to be in the 3rd round, maybe late 2nd, and see what the Raiders want to do with it if they really like him as a player. All right, let's get into pass protection here. We're up against Bailey here. What I like about this one, you can see how good his feet are, though. But sometimes, it's just what do I say here? So basically, he has pretty good feet, but like it's kind of weird because it's like, yeah, he has good feet, but it's like he was waiting too long for Bailey to make a move here instead of him making a punch. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Like he's kind of allowing Bailey to kind of dictate what happens here a little bit, and that's gonna come bite him here. But he has the feet to stay in front of him.
Yeah.
But later on, it's gonna come bite him, and you kind of see like what Bailey's trying to do here. Bailey trying to doesn't give him the chop here. He he tried to do a little ghost. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel like what you're saying too, like if he could be a little bit more aggressive, like when going out to get him, like he gives David Bailey too much space. I feel like
exactly. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. All right, because you see on this one is different, right? I mean, this is a
yeah, it's not as wide of a technique. Like when you're playing those wide techniques, you want to go get those guys. You don't want to.
Exactly, and what you see here is I like his anchor ability. He has good anchor ability. Even he doesn't have really good hand placement here. I still think he's able to reset his hands and anchor, allow Levitt to get that pass off.
Yeah.
Right. Kind of see he allows that guy into his chest and kind of gets a little pushback, but I like how he's able to reset his hands there. Kind of see it right there.
Yeah.
Stop it. You can see how he was able to reset the hands there, get inside so he can regain that leverage and then get that anchor down. Right. So he can't get that pull rush, allow Levitt to get that pass off. Another guy who Levitt went to Kentucky. Right.
He's still taking visits though, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he might be.
Yeah, because he was at LSU, I think, with Lane Kiffin the other day.
All right. Number 9's a pretty good player too, isn't he?
Yeah, Romello Height. Yeah. He's quick twitch pass rusher. Yeah.
So, like I said, it's weird. Like because you can't bull rush through him though, but he doesn't punish people in the run game, so it's weird. So he has strength, right?
Yeah.
You can't really run through him. You can even see where the hands are at by number 9, but like he's able to kind of reset and he's just able to anchor there and just get his feet in the ground. And just anchor. He gets a little help there, but like that guy wasn't going anywhere, right?
Yeah.
And that's basically why David Bailey was not trying to run through him because you can see what he can do. I mean, he has a great anchor ability though, which is weird. It's just weird to me a little bit.
Yeah. He has a physical profile that doesn't really make sense.
Exactly, because the anchor ability is there. Like you can't run through him, but like he's not punishing you in the run game either. He's like more of a finesse player. That's why I feel like he's fit for zone, right?
Makes sense, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's another rep here, and this is basically kind of the same thing that we were talking about earlier. Is like he's not attacking. Like he's kind of late to punch here.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see his good feet though. The feet are great. He just hasn't done anything yet. He hasn't punched. He hasn't done anything. He's allowing number 9 to kind of just dictate it, right? And like I said, with the spin move though, it didn't work because of his feet. How great his feet are for 330 pounds. He's really light in his feet, man. It's nice. You can see that just ability to adjust right there.
One thing I will say on this one, like I know he's talking about with his hands, but he does take them away, which like prevents Height from being able to like get that chop on the spin move to knock his hands down.
Yeah, that's true.
Recognize it a little bit.
You can see how athletic he is at 330 pounds, though.
Yeah,
that's why I think that there might be a chance he moves up. If we talk about lineman with combine, but like the athleticism, him going through drills and stuff like that, and he, especially at the Senior Bowl, we could see his athleticism in the one-on-ones and things like that. Mm-hmm. I think he has a chance to just get back to where people like, because he was getting first round grades to start the season.
Okay.
He just gets Bailey. Yeah, and this is one of the reps he lost against Bailey here.
Yeah,
and you kind of can see that's what I'm talking about. Like it's just the late hands, and Bailey goes with his chop and just rips, because Bailey was kind of just doing a lot of rips early in this game, and he realized that basically because he hasn't done any punching yet, and he just kind of chop it, and he's able to just rip through. get right to him and force that pressure.
What's funny too is like on this one, like he does a much better job of like what we were talking about before of reducing the space and like going out and getting him. But yeah, you're right, like his hands are down and he ends up losing the edge.
Yeah.
Like at first I was like, oh, that's a much better rep, and then he still lost around the edge. So maybe that's why he did it on the other one.
All right. Here's again one more time here. See, but he does a way better job against heights here. Like,
yeah.
All right. It's when you're facing better pass rushers and you're kind of just like kind of letting them dictate it.
Yeah.
That can happen, but you can see that he's just too powerful for Heights here. Like it's just he has great feet, and then when Heights tries to make a move, he's able to get his hands on him, and he just shuts him down, right? But that's not gonna work against David Bailey. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You'll see here another rep here. This one ends up being a better rep against Bailey because Bailey tries to bull rush him, right? Just give him a little long arm, and that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work against Heights. As you can just see here, right? I mean, even Bailey he kind of wins. He wins the hand fight. He has the leverage here, right? But it's just he's too big and he anchors too well, and then he's able to just kind of push Bailey around the pocket like it's not going to work.
Yeah, I feel like he's got some long arms too, because
Bailey
has long ass arms, and you can see Bailey's scratching his knees without even having to bend down. I mean, he's doing a good job of holding up on that long arm right there.
Yeah,
staying in contact with them.
So as I'm saying, there's a lot of upside with pass protection. A lot of upside. Here's I like this one because, like I talked about, his little bit of intelligence here, understanding what's going on. 50 trying to drops out. He sees a little bit of a game here, because they're kind of doing like a little funky blitz here. I mean, they got 11 dropping out, 45 coming out of nowhere. Messed up the whole rest of the offensive line, but he was able to see what was happening in front of him and pick up 59 here.
Yeah, I feel like something tipped him off pre-snap, because like you can see him start to eye the tackle pre-snap.
Yeah,
and he's quick to come off 50 and get his eyes back inside.
All right, last rep here. Actually, but see, he does a better job on this one because this time he actually was able to kind of. You can see how great his feet are on this one, but he had quicker hands too on this one. He doesn't allow Bailey kind of just to do the chop and rip thing that Bailey was trying to do, the whole ghost thing that he's trying to do most of this game.
Yeah.
And some of the other reps were later in the game, and that's why I think Bailey started to adjust, where he's okay, I just can't do a ghost. I gotta do a little chop on him. But this is the upside. This is what I like about him, because the feet are so great. He's 6'6", he's 230 pounds. And, he's pretty clean in pass protection.
Yeah.
All right, so one more rep here. See, but this time, Bailey kind of just goes right at him. Right? Because as I'm talking about, when you're a little bit late with your hands there, he gets inside his body a little bit. So I like to see Bailey kind of getting inside the body instead of just kind of doing a cross chop or trying to just do a straight rip. He goes inside his body, which allows him to kind of get that win there. But the ball comes out quick, because if this ball doesn't come out as quick as it does, he wins. He's getting around that edge right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Max right there. To me, he's a pretty good player. Right? Is he like a first round tackle type of thing? No, I don't think so. Because I think the run game is not really there. I mean, he has to fit a certain system, but I think there's a lot of upside in pass protection where he might become that right tackle that you really like to play there. But the Raiders got Grant, and who knows what they want to do there. But they need some more depth, regardless.
Yeah,
and they need more depth there, and they need more competition. So I think a guy like this could really help them. And since he is 6'6", 330 pounds, that's what I was, when I originally saw his profile, that's why I thought that maybe you could move him into guard. But, that was so much earlier in the season, and some of the first games that, he looked pretty good in the run game in some of those games. And as the season went along, it kind of went down. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with him and how they play him. And I think we'll get a bigger idea of what the NFL thinks of him at the Senior Bowl and see where they put him at.
Yeah, for sure. Because those are the type of events where like you'll see guys play multiple positions. But I tell you what, that get off every time every clip I thought you play, I was like, damn, that's impressive. Like he's just quick out of his stance, and again for being 330, that's pretty good movement skills. So, and his hips were super smooth too. Like the one where he showed on the backside cutoff where like was able to flip his hips and get the position, and then I think it was Hike that tried the inside move and just seamlessly like opened. Like he's definitely got some unique athleticism and unique movement skills for how damn big he is.
Yeah. That's why I say, like in pass protection, I think there's a chance. There's a lot of upside for him to become a really good pass protector at the next level. So, all right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Doing some Mendoza versus Oregon probably pretty soon here. And then we'll get some more draft stuff. It's all draft now, guys. Our season. It's all draft. We're all draft here. So we'll be back doing some more draft stuff. Getting ready for the Senior Bowl, and then got Just Stats Baby on Monday, and then of course another Friday Night Live. So just look out for all the content, guys. We're gonna be pumping it out. We're out of here. Peace.